There was zero inflation last month. Why does that feel like fighting words? That the average cost of living for the average American did not increase. Well, it has to do with misinformation and misunderstanding about inflation and how policymakers just want us to get over it. But the path to a better quality of life demands a worker uprising. And I'll get to that in a second, but first, inflation. You'll hear the news say that inflation is down significantly over the past 2 years, and that is true, but it requires clarification. Inflation is the rate of change in the cost of living. So prices didn't change in May, and they're up only 3% over the past year. That rate of change is down, but it just means that things have gotten more expensive less quickly. Nothing is cheaper than it was 4 years ago. Now, rising prices are normal cost change. You couldn't keep prices from moving more than you could stop the wind, but policymakers aim for such low annual increases that it's almost unnoticeable. But the most important thing is not the rate of increase in the cost of living, it's the relative change in income. Are our wages and salaries keeping up? And they have not been. But there's been good news. Low-wage workers have earned big raises, thanks in part to massive protests, strikes, and organizing. But also 22 states have increased their minimum wage this year. That's helped average wages catch up to the cost of living. Inflation-adjusted average hourly wages are up since 2020. However, those gains have not been widespread through middle-income earners. Median real earnings are still down since 2020. And if you look at those above the age 25, it's down even further. So the power to change this is actually in our hands. A recent study showed that only 25% of people asked for a raise in the past 3 years, but half who asked got it. Workers at companies and industries who never had a union before have started organizing, protesting, and getting paid. Workers have the upper hand, but you need to use it.